currently reading this book, which is kind of the sequel to the Lizzie Bennet diaries, which if you haven't seen them yet, you totally should. And it's about Lydia, who had some issues, rather big ones, and who also wanted to go to college, and then it didn't work, or to university I think, and she kind of screwed up, and because of that it didn't work, and she had to tell everyone that yeah, she made a mistake. And I'm quite far at the end, and she now has this new plan for her future, this new idea, which she's not telling anyone, and this is why. But what if it doesn't happen? What if I screw up again? What if that stupid essay on failure is going to be my nemesis forever? I would let everyone down once again. So when I read this, I felt really sad, and it kind of reminded me of the reaction I had on this kind of inspirational quote I saw multiple times on like Twitter and Tumblr, which is somewhere along the lines of don't tell people, show them. Meaning that if you have like plans or dreams or want to be amazing at something, you shouldn't tell anyone and shouldn't like talk about it too much, but just do the thing. I think it's kind of a toxic notion, because this excitement and talking about it and sharing the excitement is part of what makes something awesome. If you just do it by yourself and just keep it to yourself, then it loses part of its awesomeness, it loses part of why it's great. And it also means that once you do get there, the excitement and the happiness in the response of others is only half as big, because they don't know how long you've been working on this, they don't know how much you've put into this, they don't know how much this means to you because you didn't tell them. I get the notion that Lydia has in the novel, that she's scared of failing and of especially disappointing others, and that she doesn't want to tell them, because if it doesn't work out and she doesn't tell them, then it's like she never failed, it's like nothing actually happened, because for the others nothing did happen. But again, that's kind of toxic, because it also means that the others won't understand your own disappointment, because even if you don't tell others, if you don't make a big deal out of it, if you never share your ideas and plans and dreams, you still have them. They're still within you, they're still something you're looking forward to or hoping to happen. And that means if it doesn't work out, then you are still disappointed and sad and frustrated and all those things. And if you never shared any of that and never let anyone in on your thoughts, then they don't understand that reaction and they can't help you. They cannot be there for you if your dreams don't work out. Even if you're not sure about something, and even if you're scared of failing and of disappointing others or yourself, you should still talk about it, and you should still share the experience of looking forward to something, of coming up with plans, of being disappointed, and of everything that the journey to your goal includes. Because that journey and whatever happens at the end of that journey is so much more, just in general, more fun, more disappointing, even more emotional, and also kind of more real if you share it with someone else.
Got your highbrow shoes on your your feet, yeah. You wear them around like it ain't shit, but you don't know the way that you look when your steps make that much noise.
At the beginning of this year I said I wanted to publish something. And I had 3 ideas of what that something could be. The first thing was kind of just a collection of poetry, like things I've already written, so it would be quite easy to just put them together. And the second thing was kind of a continuation of something I've already started, so I would only have to continue writing that and to kind of develop the idea a bit further. And the third one was a new original actual novel. So naturally I started with that one. And it's been 5 months now. And honestly, I don't know how authors do it. A lot of them will tell you that you have to view writing as any other job, that you have to take the time for it, you have to sit down and really write, that you can't wait for inspiration. It's so difficult to write because you're telling yourself you have to. Like, that's the way I've always done anything creative. I've waited for the spark and then did whatever the spark told me to do, basically. I kind of was sure that if I sat down and kind of forced myself to write, it wouldn't be good. I still tried. I still did that. I got an actual notebook just for this one story, and I started to sit down and just write without the inspiration. And it's actually working. Oh, by the way, those were character arts for the story. I didn't just randomly draw whilst talking about writing. That would be kind of weird. Yeah. I am very much an organization person. Not to be confused with an organized person, because that's a whole different story. But I plan everything, like literally everything, and I have to, because it makes me feel probably in control, which now that I say it out loud sounds really unhealthy, but basically, yes, it makes me feel in control, and also it just makes me feel safe. I just really hate not knowing what the plan is. I just really hate not being prepared. And as soon as I realize that I'm not prepared for something, I just lose it. I just freak out. Not in an external way, but like my brain just can't handle not being prepared. I just kind of, it shuts down for a few moments, and then it goes on overload and just basically tries to plan everything I have to in a second. Sometimes when I'm not careful, it can lead to very spontaneous reactions, such as me being a student in a different town that's hours away from my hometown and not quite what I wanted to do with my life. The plan I had fell through, and my brain just went to first shut down, then make an entirely new plan within seconds, get everything done before I can even think about it, just make a new plan and then realize you've made a new plan. I can now think before I make the new plan. I still have to organize it as soon as I realize. I still have to like put everything else aside and focus on this one thing that I didn't plan for, because otherwise it's just gonna, everything else is just gonna go wrong if I don't plan this one thing. And the more I talk about it, the more it sounds like I'm a real control freak, and maybe I am a bit. But I have this kind of saying when people say that I'm not spontaneous. Because I am. I can be, as long as I've got the illusion of a plan. But anyways, what I wanted to say was that today I realized that next semester will be the one where I write my bachelor's thesis. And we have 9 weeks to write that, and I did plan for that. However, I didn't quite plan for the time it would take for the teachers and like the professors to read my thesis and grade it, and then for my oral exam, and then for like the grading of that. And now I have a plan of every week for the next 1.5 years. I now feel much better and I'm really relaxed because I actually have 3 weeks until I need to start working. Yay! I sound like a crazy person.
Nach dem Essen?
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come, let me love you, come love me
I've got kind of a weird relationship with memories because I love memories. They are one of the biggest parts of my life and my personality. It's such a big part of who I am to cherish every single moment and to hold on to every single moment. I obviously love memories, otherwise I wouldn't keep all of this. I think that everything I experience makes me more me, that every day, every second I make a new step into being my true self and into being the person I will one day become. And I don't think there's like a final version of me, because until the second I die I will always change, I will always develop, I will always make new memories that will change me. And I adore that idea. I adore the idea that every little thing in my life has an effect on me, because it means that even if I do forget things, my personality, my character, my body will still remember them for me. Obviously things can also negatively affect me, and the thing is, of course I've been through things, I've had negative experiences, but that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is memories that are so perfect that I sometimes feel I will never experience anything that perfect ever again. Which of course is wrong, because most of the time memories are perfect or seem perfect because they are nothing more than that. They are just memories. I idealize them. The more I move away from some of those memories, the more they become melancholic. It's like this moment in Upside Down where sadness starts touching the very happy memories, and all of a sudden they are half yellow and half blue, and thus melancholy gets created. Logically speaking, I know that it's a good thing I can't go back, and I know that I will always create new wonderful memories. But somehow recently, or more like over the past few years, I lost that logic. I kind of got lost in melancholy, and that's why I changed the wall behind me. I still have most of my old memories on that side, but I also have a lot of new memories, and especially some empty space for memories yet to come. I think I need to realize that at some point in the past, every memory I have now made hadn't existed yet, and therefore every point in the future can become the most perfect memory I've ever had. And I'm looking forward to that.
Gemacht, guck mal.
Vor was haben Leute mit Trypophobie Angst?